Welcome everybody to the podcast about nothing. It's your homeboy E. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm hoping that we'll have a wonderful Sunday evening as always. Shout out to the homeboys. What's going on, C Mello?
Ah man, another Sunday, another blessed day. Listen, with this time change, let me realize my age. It's like only 9 o'clock and I'm ready to go to bed.
I definitely can understand that. 9 o'clock bed sounds real nice, especially as it
Yeah,
gets chillier. So yeah,
right.
definitely. All right. So what's up? To my homeboy BR and Dan. Brandon was good, boy.
And my dog is going crazy right now. I apologize, man.
It's all right. Nah, that mean
Uh,
that's what they for.
yeah, man. The night's been good, man. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It's been a good weekend.
All right, all right. Shine it over to the homeboy Cam. How's it going tonight, brother?
What up? Just chilling, cooling out. It's good, y'all's way.
Everything's good. And then to the homeboy Rome the chef. What's going on, Rome?
Yo, what's good with y'all? How y'all doing today?
We good. We good. We got a special guest, Rome. You want to introduce our guest?
Yo, we got my man Black V. What's going on, baby?
What's up, man? I'm happy to be here with you gentlemen, and get some good conversation and enjoy y'all, man. So I want to thank y'all for having me. Appreciate it,
Yes, sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thanks for
Always.
being here, Black V. It's wonderful to have you. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we always do, we got some fun videos, fun topics that we're gonna play around with. I think we got a couple of I think are all of us single? Is everybody single in here? Raise your hand if you're single. All right. So, okay.
Oh, I missed that lifestyle.
You say what, Black V?
I said, oh, I missed that lifestyle.
You missed it. Oh, I don't think you will after watching these videos. Yes. All right. So for those that don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like if you haven't been in the dating pool, as of right now, there's like this saying, like there's something in the pool, right? Like people say fecal matter, excrement, whatever you want to say, something bad, damning is in this particular pool. And as we try to navigate through it, you know, we try to find different outlets to learn from and engage from and understand the social dynamics of dating in the modern society. One of the things that we have available to us is social media. Social media produces so much content on so many different subjects that it makes it easy to be able to source different things to talk about. So, Cam, I know I sent you a couple of videos earlier this week. Can you roll the first video that I sent you? Give a little background, guys. This is a TikTok video that it goes in. We're gonna listen to the perspectives, and then we're gonna get our understanding on the other side.
Give me a second.
All right, all right.
A little slowly, my bad, brothers.
It's okay. It's okay. No, you know what I'm saying. We deal with technical difficulties at all times. No. So, my man Black V, do you have a podcast or something? Do you run? Is there somewhere we can be following you and
Oh
things
yeah,
that you
yeah,
into?
yeah. I have my production company, Truth Entertainment Films. Me and my brother, my other partners, we produce everything from podcasts to short documentary films. We even do commercials for like a lot of smaller businesses and even a couple large ones. Besides that, we also produce podcasts. I mean, you guys have probably seen some of them or been guests on some of them. Everything from Pussy Talks with CL to uh, we produced and put out when it was out, when the girls all broke up now, but Queens with Attitude podcast. I got mine's AAA podcast and Product of the 80. And we just started a sports one that comes on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is AAA Sports. Me, Reggie, Teran Holland, and another brother named DJ. And so
Nice.
and my boy Manny. So always working, man, in this podcast landscape, trying to build, bro.
That's
CL.
that's dope. And yes, and welcome, CL. How are you doing tonight, honey?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for the invitation.
We're always happy to have you. Your voice is always welcome to the platform. So I know we're working to pull up some video.
We should be good to go now.
Hey neighbor.
How are you? You look handsome as
Um,
usual.
I thank you, Nathan.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, y'all.
Okay.
Is this a safe place since y'all ain't doing it? And I got some confessions.
Okay, so we're coming in the door with confessions. All right, sure. Shoot. I might as well.
All right, fuck it. Okay, so lately, I don't know what it is, but I decided, because I called my safe place the other day. He will remain nameless, but I did call him um, the other day because I was
Yeah,
going through,
Voldemort,
and I
right?
don't,
That's
huh?
it's not Voldemort.
No. I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna say his name. He knows who he is. And I called him. I said, I think I got some deadly pussy, because he my
Oh,
friend. We
yeah.
talking. So a couple weeks ago, or whatever, I was talking to a guy just randomly, just casually, and he was mentioning about his life, and he told me that he was incarcerated. And I was like, people, things happen. I
Hmm.
understand. I was like, well, what were your charges? Out of respect. He gonna say, oh, 2 little manslaughters, and kept talking. I was like, oh, just 2 little manslaughters. I mean, that's cool, out of respect. Thank you. So
Nothing
he
major.
continued.
Just two little manslaughters. Nothing major.
Just two little ass manslaughter. So he continues to talk. So then he asked me
Hold on,
out on
wait,
a
wait.
date.
Rick, did he say two little funky ass manslaughters?
No, he just said just 2 little manslaughters. Just 2 little ones. And continues to talk. Out of respect. I'm like, okay, niggas get killed every day, I guess. So then I'm like, okay, cool. So he asked me out on a date, and I was like, I'll get back to you. I gotta confide in my sister because I'm not dating at the time. And so I was talking to my sister about it. She's like, no, I don't think you should date that nigga. I was like, why, girl? He's reformed. She's gonna say, bitch, because you gonna be the 3rd little manslaughter. So I was like, damn, I don't, that was a good point. So then the other day I'm at my office, I'm just talking, and this guy came back one day, then he came back the second day, just kept lingering around me. So he finally came and asked me out or whatever. And I was like, no, I'm not interested in dating. I got kids. And so he was like, well, I'm reformed, but I find you attractive. I think you're a beautiful young lady, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I was incarcerated. I said, well, how much time you did? I only did 15 little years. I was like,
Oh,
okay, that sounds like you murdering niggas. He said, well, that's how shit goes sometimes.
okay. So
So I
Listen,
was like,
long as it,
it was just a little murder. You know what I'm saying? Out of respect. So I told him I couldn't date because I'm not accepting dates or guys at this time. And then I was like, and I have a son. He was like, oh, that ain't even no problem. I got 4 kids. I said, you know what? So when you talk about this dating pool, I'm not even dating, and I know this shit is crazy. So that's when I found out I had some deadly pussy. That's what I
okay,
found out because that's what I'm attracting. That was my
okay,
story. Back
all
to
right.
you, E.
Thank you, Sia. That is enlightening to know that there are those types of what I'm saying, ladies out here that have that you can step into and find out that you have been ensnared in such a trap. Okay, so Cam, have we got the video?
Yeah, we should. We good.
All right, run it for me, brother.
don't do coffee or drink dates. In my household, we're going to have higher standards.
Okay, I can sort of see where this is going.
We were talking for a couple days. He started talking about meeting up. So he said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner. I like to get dressed up.
Again, I don't understand this obsession with food. I just don't get it. You're there to meet a person, to get to know them, to see if you have a vibe. And also, I hear a lot of women talking about getting dressed up. What is this, like Cinderella going to the ball? Every woman needs to get dressed up. You can get dressed up on your own time as well. And if you have nowhere to go, you can just get dressed up and look in the mirror and take pictures of yourself. It works just as good.
And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been wanting to try.
And I'm pretty sure all those places are going to cost a bit for a first meeting.
He says, these places sound really nice, but I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check if there's a connection first.
I think this is perfectly reasonable. A person should not be going all out for someone they don't even know yet. This man does not know you. He doesn't know anything about you. He doesn't know if you're one of these foodie call people. You know, there's a lot going on out
Foodie
here, and a
call.
lot of people have become conservative about throwing their money into the dating paper shredder.
So my thing is, I don't like the coffee or drink date because they're trying to audition you to see if you are worth an actual dinner.
And I bet you're testing him for something as well. No one knows each other yet. Of course we're testing. This is what testing the dating waters actually means. This is the point.
The number one thing men are judging you off of is your looks.
Of course men like attractive women. No surprise here. But yes, he's also looking at other things as well. And so are you. But I guarantee you he's not exclusively judging a woman on her looks. He's trying to find out a lot of different things. Mental health, attitude, etc., etc.
With that in mind, my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer costs $32. Okay? Why would I put on
Unless the cars will put
a
gas in my
full
tank.
face of expensive makeup, do my hair?
Okay, this one I'm really tired of hearing. I've seen so many videos of women talking about the cost of their makeup and going through the list of what each item costs. You are not using the entire product on your face for the evening. And if you are, you shouldn't be doing that. Out of a little NARS concealer, that most likely lasts you a couple of months, which brings the cost of each of those products down to pennies. Even an entire beat face wouldn't cost more than 50 cents tops. And doing your hair makes no sense at all. We do our hair every day.
Let's take it even deeper. When women go out with a man that they do not know, they take a huge risk. Men are crazy, okay?
Okay, again, this one makes no sense
So
in the
you know.
context of this video. It has nothing to do with the cost of the date. A woman's safety is not guaranteed based on the venue that a man takes her to and the cost of said venue.
Men benefit from just being seen with you in public.
How is a man benefiting by going on a date with a woman? Is his wallet
Who
getting
chose these
lined
dry ass
during that
videos?
date? No, in fact, he has to pay the check at the end of the date, right? So he's not benefiting. You're benefiting.
My thing is like, what's in it for women? We've already spent more money than you by just putting our makeup on. We're in danger. Like, what's in it for us?
No,
All
you
right,
didn't.
we can cut it now.
You spent max 50 cents. And if you think you're in
Oh wow. So that video was a woman critiquing another woman's ideals on modern dating, which I thought was pretty interesting. There were some very interesting points that came out in the young lady's take on dating that I think that I want to peel back on. And then I really first want to go to Black V and then say, like, Black V, as somebody who has not been in the dating pool, who has been like living on some sort of relationship life raft outside of these choppy waters, like watching the video and hearing the things that the girl that was talking about the guy not taking her on coffee dates saying, how did that make you feel?
Who? I'm glad I ain't y'all brothers out here single now. God, it's safe rope on this life raft. It went from a life trap raft to a yacht now, bro. It's dangerous out there. Woo!
I 100% agree. Yeah, that was. I mean, sometimes it can get a little scary, and it goes both ways too. Like the video isn't just to expose like women, but there's some guys like this too. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna go around the room and I'm gonna give everybody a little time to break down or speak to the video and give their thoughts on it. So first, I'm gonna come over to my man Brandon.
Yeah, man.
Have you experienced this stuff, bro? You've been like
It's
this?
funny. I've actually had a girl have certain standards to where, like, I mean, because like for a first date, I'm not taking you to a restaurant where it's $60-$70 a plate. That's not happening. I like the girl said, I honestly feel like, yeah, the first date is that, to feel her out, to see if y'all connect, to see if y'all, have some, some similarities, learn some, some different things that y'all, can work on or whatever the case may be. And then, if you guys like each other, a little down the line, then yeah, of course. I went on a date last Sunday, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, dang, like she really offered to like, split the bill. But I mean, sometimes it's just like, hey, I got it, but I'm just glad that she at least offered,
Yeah, that's
and
cool. That's cool.
I feel like that it goes both ways. Just because you're a female, just because you're a male, it doesn't entitle you to, have certain authorities over what goes on a date. Like y'all there for each other, compromise with each other.
All right, I like that. C-Mello, I'm coming to you.
Well, from her standards, I can already tell me and her wouldn't work out. Because like you already setting those demands, and you know what? Be happy if I get you a Happy Meal.
Oh wow, Happy Meal.
She probably wouldn't accept it.
Well, that's cool because I take the toy in the box. I'm cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
You said as long as I get the toy, I'm cool.
Yeah, as long as I get the toy, that's cool. You can have them cold ass fries, shit.
Oh wow.
But no,
All right.
I mean,
go ahead.
Real quick, but I mean, the dating pool is different. I was gonna say females sometimes they put these standards a little bit higher than what they should be for the first meet. You know what I mean? Sometimes to go out for a drink is just exactly what you need just to fill out. Because those are the auditions to see if how far you can go. Because what I look like spending, like Brandon said, a $70-$80 plate on you just to find out you crazy. I could have just got you 2 shots of hen and found that out.
Oh, well, that is true. All right. So, CL, I know you got to hear the video. I wanted to get your take on modern day dating and some feedback on the video.
If she taking 2 shots of hen dog, that bitch is a man. So that's crazy.
Yeah,
a maniac.
Yeah.
Right. If she drink Coke 45, that's crazy.
Listen. I've been in hood bars, and you notice when they take them shots to the head and go in the bathroom and start fighting some girl named Starkeisha. Yeah.
Starkeisha.
Yeah.
Starkeisha. No, we're gonna keep Starkeisha in the atmosphere where she's supposed to be. Yeah, did you have anything? Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I did. My opinion of it is a date can be anything. Like date is for me as a woman. I'm all about effort. I don't care how much you spend, but if you put in that effort, we could be having a picnic, eating motherfucking sandwiches, and I think that's a date just to get to know each other. Because as you know, I like to talk. So if you can't hold a conversation with me, we ain't going past this anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I mean, in that lets you know that you're compatible. Like, in these baser ways instead of these all out grand gestures that people are expecting. I think it's a lifestyle thing, but I'm gonna come to I don't know if Cam or Rome are ready, but I can come back.
If you take me on a first date versus a food date, don't take me to the movies because I just feel like I don't know, like that's not a date to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think but not a date. Yeah, I agree. Movies are more intimate after you've already kind of disclosed and gotten a little bit closer because there's no talking really in the movie unless you go to a movie just by yourselves and have the whole theater to yourselves where you can act like it's a TV in your place. That's the way I try to go to the movies with people. But all right, I know. Let me move over to Cam.
Yeah, I'm good on her. Straight up, you're doing too much. Like, I mean, it's good to have your standards and all that, and I respect anybody that has standards and that stands on those, but I'm not agreeing with. You doing all this other stuff, you claiming you spending all this money to go on this first date, yada yada yada. It ain't even about that. Like, why is that a part of your criteria? Why is that a part of what you feel goes into a first date? You want to get all dolled up and all that, but that you you expect me to do all this other stuff or follow these guidelines and shit, and I can't do certain shit. I can't do this. I can't do that. You feel endangered. You don't want to go somewhere where we can get to know each other. That's not noise polluted and everything like that. Like me personally, I'm okay with the coffee date and stuff like that because I get to talk to you. I get to be in your presence. I get to actually have a conversation. We ain't got to worry about nobody bumping into us or worry about all this extra table talk and things like that from people around us. It can just be us chilling, talking, and a first date is just that, a filling out process. Like, so yeah, I don't. As far as the chick in the video, yeah, she convinced me with all that. So.
All right. So Rome, we're gonna come to you. So what's your take?
Yeah.
Dating a young count is always dangerous.
I mean, it can be. I think I actually had a conversation with Brandon like not too long ago about taking chicks on first dates that cost a lot. Like, kill that. You know what I mean? Like, you can take a chick, like Cam said, on a coffee date or ice cream date, or you know what I'm saying? Like, first meet up. Let's walk around the park and just talk. Like, let's interview each other and figure out, like, is this something that we both want to do, like, moving forward? Like, are you sane? Like, do I want to meet you again? Do I want to spend some money on you?
Everybody's first date should be a game night, because if you need to date a bitch and play her in Uno, because if you hit her with 2 draw fours, you need to see how she responds to see if she a real one or not.
What if she flipped the table?
I mean, she's crazy.
Right?
What if she flipped the table?
You already know.
Hey, I like that idea.
I really get to know somebody. If you want to test the bitch is stupid, play Scrabble. I mean, I have a whole bunch of first date options that we can do outside of just eating.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Sia. I definitely agree that
Monopoly. And see how she responds.
Right.
Nah, yeah, you're right. And then, like, you really want to see how she operates under pressure. Like, yeah, we're gonna play Risk. Like, we gonna play a bunch of Stratego. Like, hold up, man. Like, what the hell is this? Like, yeah.
Let her play life with you. Sorry, it's like so many games that you can play to get to know people.
Right. Like, yeah, but you know, I want to and shout out to Paul Graves, because one of my favorite places to go on a date is Dave and Buster's. Like, one of a first date place is for me. If you rock the way I rock, if we go to Dave and Buster's, we're gonna go have fun. We'll, you know, have a few drinks. We can have some food, and it'd be, you know, within reason. But, like, you know, can really get to open up and have fun, see the competitive side, you know. So I agree. Like, you know, games really do bring things out of people. You know, you dating. But me personally, no. I would have to pass my own girl. But I mean, I probably would have took her on a date. I probably would have did things and then been like, all right, cool, that was fun. Nice date. And then we'd have been done. So Black V, like, you know, you just heard the whole go around. Like, man, like, it's trauma out here, but I want to hear what your thoughts are after hearing it.
Overall, the whole process is interesting, but I think this dating thing is bigger than just the dating. Is just a common interaction we have with just with the perception of women versus men overall, and about us losing our way, and women wanting unrealistic things, and men too wanting unrealistic things. Like, women want to have a traditional man, but they don't want to be in the role of a traditional woman. And so the expectations are all over the place. And now men have realized, like, bro, we got so many more options, and the internet has given us more options and allowed us to become more picky. You're not stuck to that 25 or 50 mile radius around where you grew up anymore. Now you have so much access to so many women who think different, who want different things. There are a lot of women now who act or used to be like that woman that we just heard in the video, that now as they're getting older, they're starting to be like, yo, I don't mind being a traditional or changing and giving up some things and stuff like that. So it sucks being in a relationship, and then getting to watch the other couples that we get to interact with and hang out with, and to see that the way that their roles work and the way that they interact with each other, and all of them have been together for a while. To see those people compared to where I run into, like, I got younger brothers and they date, and I watch what they go through when they date, and I'd be like, wow, oh hell no, I couldn't. But then again, maybe I couldn't. I would have to survive. I mean, we survivors, we men, we're gonna be survivors. We're gonna adapt to the game as the game go. So I know for all the single guys on here, I mean, salute, hats off to y'all, what y'all got to deal with, bro. I'm just gonna go ahead. I was peeking over there over the side of the ship, thinking that y'all was down there having fun. But nah, I'm gonna stay up here a little bit.
Yeah, I try to tell you, bro. Try to tell you. Hey, shout out to Paul. Paul asked the question of when should you ask the date about money or credit. So we're gonna bring that around and get everybody's take. At what point of the date do you think you should probably bring up money?
I think that should be established before the date. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would agree.
I mean, yeah, just make it happen. Like, I mean, this is how relationships start. This is how, and it starts with communication. If you have good communication, I don't see why this could be a problem.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Like, do people talk on the phone anymore before they go out on the first date? Like, shouldn't there be like questions like you supposed to have, like, yo, like this, and there's slick ways to do it, right? Like, you would like ask money questions to kind of throw things out there to see how she or he would react to it. Am I wrong? Do folks not do that anymore?
Not really.
How long have you been coupled?
13 years.
Yeah, nah, man. Relationships are microwavable, man. Like you talk to somebody like fleetingly, and then like they want to like latch their life to you within like moments. They want you to divulge all of your secrets and provide all of your resources within meeting them because they're worth that. You're supposed to go all in the moment you meet somebody, mostly because they're beautiful.
Damn,
and I'll leave it at that. I think that's it.
So the looks is they've definitely taken the looks and used that as an asset.
Yeah, I mean, you heard her say it. Like,
and that looks are, you could buy looks at the damn store. So why are you gotta go through all of that? Most of these bitches is fake, hair fake, lashes fake.
That's another bill.
Man, that happened to me before. I dated this girl that she was like that. She was cold. Got her hooked up. Next day she sit there, whatever case, get up and go and got her makeup all off. And I was like, oh shit. Makeup came off. She was.
Hey, listen. She said, "Who are you?"
Right. She was like, "Fool you."
Wow.
Hey, listen.
Was it like that movie Predator when he took his mask off?
No, she wasn't that bad, but she was.
Okay.
It was. Let's just say that now that these videos are out and really exposing it, it's just amazing the thing that women can do with this makeup these days and how they can change so much about their face with just foundation and so many other things. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love watching those. Go ahead, CL.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you. I was saying it reminds me of the episode with Will Smith. Remember when he was with Tisha Campbell and she took off her whole.
Yes. Yes. And I'm gonna get you sucker when he took the chick home or whatever. Yeah, that she put the leg off.
Talk about
her name was Cherry.
Right. Yeah. But really, I mean, that's kind of what we end up dealing with, in a sense where where you're dealing with the facade of a person and not the actual person, and they want you to buy into the mirror image of them, not the actual person, the mirror image. So like, yeah, I definitely agree with that. Hey, Cam, do me a favor. We're gonna jump into another one. I think it's around the same subject. I think this is the one about with the mother giving her feedback.
I saw the news this morning, and it was this lady on there putting a man on blast because he was taking her to cheesecake for the first day. So I want to talk to you about that. Okay, yeah, because She put him on blast. First of all, the fact that she had to go live because she on the first date says she don't go on many dates because it's no need to go live for that. I am a little old fashioned. So what I say, y'all might not agree with it, but let me talk to y'all for just a minute. So one, she go live and say, y'all Cheesecake Factory. Y'all Cheesecake Factory. Now I'm wondering who y'all is, because whoever y'all is would have had to come pick her up, because I would have left her behind sitting right there at the Cheesecake Factory. A table for one is always good enough. Y'all should have watched the Muffets. They said that. Now check this out, son. Okay, let me tell you the purpose of going on a first date, mind you.
There we go.
Okay. It's to get to know the person, because you don't know you like them. All you know is you attracted to them. They caught your eye. They haven't captured your heart. So they shouldn't have access to your wallet. Okay? The second thing of the purpose of a date, especially a first date, okay, is to enjoy yourself in a comfortable, safe environment. You want to laugh. You want to ask questions. Most of the time, if the date is real good, you're not even eating. So this is what I want to ask. My mother raised me as a single parent, and she did take time to raise me. Here's some rules things that she taught me coming up as a child. Number one, don't ever go nowhere hungry. Matter of fact, I don't care if it's family. You don't go to your auntie house walking in there asking for food. You don't go to your grandmother's house walking in the door saying you hungry. You certainly don't need no broad getting in the car and she ain't got nothing to eat. The second thing is, because my mama was a real mother, she raised me until the age of 13 when she met my father, who's my bonus dad, but he's my father. Do you understand me? It's a difference between a daddy and a father. He my daddy. My father is the sperm donor, okay? Check this out. He's my dad. I want you to ask them, where's the restaurant they daddy take them? You asking him about the first restaurant he gonna take you to. What's the last restaurant your daddy took you to? Because you shouldn't be coming to him to be your daddy. That's not his role. It's a first date. I want y'all to bring that down to level 3. Y'all way on 10 with this foolishness and want to embarrass somebody. My second question is, have you ever been anywhere? Where do you take yourself? Let me see your checkbook registry. Let me log into your bank account and see what you feed yourself on a regular basis. Where do you take yourself for lunch or dinner? That's the next question I want you to answer. And then the third thing about this, come on back over here, because I need you to understand what time it is. A lady is gonna be there for the purpose of what it's for. She's not looking for food because she's hungry that she can't afford, so she can take it to go and get a doggy bag. I'm gonna wrap this up to go. Why? You ain't gonna have food tomorrow? That's a poverty mindset. So a first date, again, is to get to know the person, to hang out, have fun. Y'all should be laughing and talking. It don't need to be a steakhouse. We don't even know if you worth a steak. You might just be worth a piece of bread. So ladies, young ladies, grow up. Get some maturity about yourself. Y'all buying titties, lashes, booties, and everything else. And you want somebody else to feed you. Save your money, stop buying your body, and put it to the side so you can have some food. That's not
okay, we can run it. Hey, listen. She said, stop spending your money on your body and feed yourself. All right, now, hearing it from a mama really made it stick, right? Like, what is the purpose of a first date? And as men, do we have a responsibility of sharing that information and being clear with our sons, our brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, our cousins, our uncles, like, y'all, come on, man, stop being out here tricking, man. That ain't what you're supposed to be doing, man. Stop being out here simping, because you ain't making it easier for the rest of us. Now, I know some people benefit from tricking and simping, but like, we got to stop poisoning the well.
Got it. It's still tricking even if you got it.
It is still tricking even if you got it. So I'll make the woman pay for the first date. Hey, Paul, shout out to Paul because I've myself have had that happen a couple of times. I typically don't accept it, but I've been the benefactor of plenty of situations where, you know, somebody else has cut the check. So that's always beautiful. I wanna know, like, did anybody else have somebody in their corner that was saying the same things that mama was saying to her son? Did somebody warn you? And if they did, what okay, Brandon, I know the dog warned you. And if they did warn you, what did they tell you about dating? And I'm gonna come to you first, Cam.
No, just my mama. You know, telling me. Basically, she wasn't really telling me. You know how moms get, like, when you bring somebody around and they look them up and down, get that read on them, like, oh no, she ain't it, she ain't this, she ain't. That's kind of the extent of what I got coming up. You know what I mean?
No.
So it was just one of them things to where I kind of had to learn on my own, like read the signs, see what worked, what didn't, and kind of go from there. But always making sure I took mama's judgment into consideration heavy. So
that's right. And you know, shout out to your mom for keeping you straight up with it. Grandma, I'm gonna come to you. Like, did you have somebody who gave you advice, and what did they tell you?
I think more or less my older female cousins. You know, like they were kind of in my ear. You like, hey, you know, like watch this type of behavior, watch that type of behavior, and my older male cousins too. You know, that was, you know, already out there and, you know, doing their thing. So,
all right. So I'm gonna come to you, Brandon, and get yours. Did you have somebody who gave you dating advice, and what did they tell you?
I got dating advice from my older sister. You know, she knows how females operate. Obviously, I get a lot of information from her. Model myself after, you know, because she's married as well, and you know the marriage is perfect. So you know the plan is to have that kind of lifestyle. You know, it's good to see certain people, you know, in relationships and, you know, thriving and doing what they're supposed to do, especially with you know, raising kids and everything else. So that's the point of dating for me, is to reach that level. That's like the ultimate level.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, and have a good example in your sister is always good to have that close to home. I'm gonna come to you, CL, and ask if you have somebody who has been providing you with dating advice in the past or now, and what did they tell you?
My best friend, mom, she always gives me good advice, and it's always about communication and mannerisms too. Is always paying attention to the nonverbals for me. Like, I was married for like a million years the first time, and one thing that I've noticed from him is two things he always did that I love. He always got my doors, any doors. We're divorced, and he still get any door I walk up to. That's just his mannerisms. And he always pumped my gas. We're divorced, and if it's Sunday, he's gonna pump that gas. So I feel like they always told me to look out for gentlemen because they are important, even for those small things that you don't think are important. It's important because after we got divorced, I was like, I don't like pumping gas. I still don't like taking out trash. I be like, I remember we was divorced for a while. I was like, can you please pump my gas on Sunday? It's cold outside. So people that be like, I don't need no man. I'm like, yes, I do. I hate pumping gas, and it's so simple, but that's what I like.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. And those comforts that you received created a standard that lets you know, like, when a man is really compassionate and cares about me, he's going to cater to me in these ways that take me out of specific situations, like pumping my gas. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely get that. Like, you know, for my ex-wife, you know, I would go wash her car and detail it and fill it up and all of those things to make sure that she was set. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I took care of it because that's what, you know, you do when you really, you know, care for your woman. I'm gonna come to you, Black V, and ask if you had somebody that gave you advice, and if so, What did they tell you?
It was. I would have to say again, just like most of everybody here, like us men, a lot of it came from our mothers. I think in a lot of ways, my mom always taught me like it's always about the thing like respecting and being a man and showing you got manners and you know how to lead, like walking on the right side of the street when you're walking up and down the street with a woman, going out to eat, even from the standpoint of paying for the first date. She always said it's like you're auditioning. The first dates or your dates are always an audition. And so you don't audition for the job you have, audition for the job you're trying to get, but make sure it's something you can keep. So don't go trying to go take a woman to, I don't know, back then all of us around the same age, like you was doing something if you took a woman to Olive Garden or Red Lobster or something like that back then. Now it's whatever, but she was like, make sure it's a place that you can afford and it's a habit that you can keep. Don't sell her a fantasy of that's something that you're not, because when you do go out and you do pay for your first meal, the first meals or whatever the case, you're showing that you can be a provider as a man by being able to take care of her and be able to feed her and stuff. But no woman should be like, oh, if you take me here, because even my mother would be like, oh hell no, you don't need it. Our mothers, most of our mothers would probably tell us to all stay from a woman that has that attitude, like he can't take me to anything below, I don't know. It should be above McDonald's, but no woman should be expecting like the whatever the case. And if you take a woman to McDonald's and pull it off, you a bad man.
She'll get happy.
First date. You're a bad man. I'm gonna need to borrow your handbook. I can't even get away taking a woman I got to McDonald's.
I've done it. I've done it. They had special ice cream, and I was like, "Oh yeah, come on, let's go get some of this special ice cream," and then that worked perfect. Yeah.
The machine wasn't there. That's why it worked.
That communication, it's all about the communication and talking. And sometimes you'll come across that woman's like, we ain't got to go do all that or whatever the case. And she be talking about, we don't need to spend no money on all that. That's where you like, man, I like her. But then you got to be careful because she's trying to woo you in because she down for whatever too. Next thing you know, she might be a little bit too hood, a little bit too cheap for you too. So you got to play it close.
Nah, I respect that. Nah, you're right. Nah, you 100% right. And you're right. We're like, we all, the consensus is that the women in our lives would be like, no, stay away from these type of women that's coming after just trying to eat and all of these things, feeling entitled to your resources. I definitely agree. So, C-Bell, let me get your take on it, my brother. Like, did you have somebody out here giving you the pimp guide? And if they did, what did they provide?
I had my cousins, and they told me, fuck these hoes.
Okay. That
and that was like, okay. I'm young. But other than that, you know, I had my parents telling me stuff. And then you know what else taught me the biggest lesson was just experience. Okay, that was just the biggest experience to where you realize, you know what, I'm not about to do this for somebody in the end that I don't see myself with. Trying to impress them just to get the nut. Then, you know what I mean, you impressing them, but then at the end of the day, it's like, I did this for nothing. Then you got to look back money that you wasted on this. So I would just say experience was my biggest lesson. To where it just got to the point to where it's just like how they said we could do something simple. You know what I mean? That's just like going back to what Paul has said when do you ask a woman about you know, money and credit and all that stuff. If we can't get past the first meetup, what's the point?
I agree. No, I definitely agree. I think for me, my guidance in dating came from music. Because like I would use songs to learn the ways of the world, right? So like BBD was pretty big back in the day when I was like really starting dating. So like I learned that girls was poison, and then like, you know, they told me never trust a big butt to smile because that girl's poison. I mean, we had a lot of great songs that just taught us how to avoid, you know what I'm saying, certain types of girls in my youth. So I think that that's really what helped me. Like Heavy D and the Boys, like, you know, I can't even think of the name of the song, but damn it, he did a remix. You really got me really got me wanting you, or something like that. It was an awesome Heavy D song, but like it told like the story of him trying to date somebody and the woes of it. And then you think of Biz Markie, you know what I'm saying? You say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. Like there's so many songs that if you really paid attention to the lyrics, the hooks, and all of that, like you could build a perspective of dating and be like, oh yeah, now I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. Because like then when you move through generations, like it got a lot more blunt, right? Because like you got Chris Brown, like these ain't loyal, like you know what I'm saying? Like and like it's just progressively done, and then intentionally music has become more sexual. So now you have more women who are a little bit more provocative to where you actually have to believe a couple of these narratives where you like, yeah, like the worst back in the day was like Little Kim, but like everybody's Little Kim now. So
worse, not even worse. They try to take it a step above Little Kim.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, now it doesn't make it really easy to find the hot, the hot, beautiful, worth it girls because they standing right next to the hot, beautiful, worthless girls.
We want back a Little Kim, but we getting the Sexy Red. That's where we at.
Hey, listen.
I don't want it.
Hey, listen. I'm not knocking nobody's generation of music or nothing like that, but to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, we actually got real life Muppets out here. Like, that's what I think they are. I think they're human Muppets. That's what I think. Because if you look at them, like some of them look like animals, right? That's what I'm saying. They look like Muppets. So I'm not gonna knock nobody, but do your damn thing. All right, so we have played around with the dating standards. There was another video that I sent over, and this one was pretty interesting because it gave a perspective of male friendship versus female friendship, and I think there were some points that I think we could play around with. Cam, if you can you pull that other video up for me?
To last a lifetime is because they lack depth. Most men do not prioritize intimacy and emotional connection the way women do in our female friendships.
You said it perfectly right there. Men don't prioritize certain things like women do in their friendships. We're different. Apparently, according to what y'all are saying, women seek friendship in order to get support. Men seek out friendship to get a break from being support. I'm not about to trauma dump on you and force you to be my emotional support. There's no pressure to spend any time with me. I ain't got to worry about how I say something just because you're going to get offended. And I'm not going to hold it against you for being unavailable because life gets busy. I don't need you to pay for nothing for me. I don't need you to give me no gifts. I don't need you to be a daily support system. Because women don't understand that the greatest gift men offer each other is the gift of not having to do shit. The lack of upkeep is the value. And although I want to do far better with reaching out to these brothers, I got some friends that if they call me right now, I haven't talked to them in weeks, some of them in months. They call me right now, whatever they need, I got them. I ain't about to change up on one of the bros because he ain't wish me happy birthday. I ain't got to get nothing out of them just to find them valuable. And I wish y'all would stop letting this bother y'all so much and move along because, hey, here's the kicker. No matter what you say about them, they still last. No matter how unrealistic you feel like they are, somehow they work. Maybe, just maybe, this is some shit that isn't for you to understand or validate. Mind your business.
All right. So I think he broke down male friendships pretty damn good. Like when we think about it, it's like there's not a whole bunch of cost in a male relationship, right? Like if we boys, it shouldn't cost me shit to be boys with you, right? Like at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like we should just be able to rock, communicate, do our thing. If we go out to eat, we both eat. Like, yeah, there may be times that you decide to pay this bill and I pay the next bill, whatever. Like, yeah, like, nah, I don't feel like I owe you a birthday gift and you don't owe me nothing. Like, but if I do it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thanks. Like everything is pretty on its face. So, like, I would ask you guys, do you agree with the perspective on male friendships? And if so, like, what are some things that help with male friendships? I will come to Black V first.
Oh man, it's what the dude kind of put it perfect, bro. Like he kind of said it like we all know that everything in life, every relationship is transactional. But with the friendship you have with your bros, or the people that are close to you in your life that you have that dynamic, is that the transaction really is the peace of mind, the ability to have something that keeps you two connected. Whether you got a bro that y'all just vibe on, like that's the homie, but he really only cool for, because you go out and kick it with him, you can go out and kick it with him, and everything gonna be straight or whatever case. And you got some other friends that you can talk to, and they can provide you that great feedback, or you can provide them that great feedback. You also know the great friend that you got that they don't ever ask you for nothing, but if they need it, you got it. And it's transactional because they do something that make you feel away, or they just there and they got your back and they support you. And it's like he said, like I don't think I got a single friend at all that I'm expecting or demanding, or I'm upset if they don't hit me up on my birthday. Like I'm not. Now, the only way that is opposite is if normally you and the bros, y'all all text each other happy birthday, and the one homie don't hit up. And I'm not even mad. I start to be worried, like, yo, I hope they okay, because this is out of the norm. Other than that, bro, I want to sound ignorant and be like, man, we men and we don't have time for that other bullshit. We don't need another brother to be emotionally available to us. We just need that bro to sit there to be able to support in ways when we might need him. Like, yo, you fucking up. Or like, yo, bro, straighten up. Fix your attitude. Or nah, bro, she tripping. That ain't you. And sometimes your homie will give you the wrong advice, but your homie is there. So
Right.
I think bro said it best in that video, man. I think that's what your friends are for, really. And that's why it's easy for men, and that's why it's great to have that relationship and everything else. And I always tell people all the time, it's cool to be friends with women, but don't become friends with a woman that you first originally liked, and you think becoming that friend is gonna help you out in the long term. Trying to take that long ride, like, yeah, I'm gonna just ride out with you. I'm that good friend, and eventually she gonna let me. Nah, bro. It all 9 times out of 10 it ends up at a dead end.
Nah, you right. Friend zone is exactly that, friend zone. Like you have to wait for some sloppy scraps to come out of that for something. All right, so see, I'm coming to you. What about your perspective on male relationships, male friendships?
Friends
Like
on a lot of niggas.
I think you do have a wonderful perspective on male friendships. What do you think? Do you think male friendships are simple because there's no emotional requirements and no dependencies?
I love all my male friendships. Man, they feed you, they laugh, they tell you all their personal business, and no judgment from me for those that are really my friends. But I like it because it helps me in my relationships a lot of times. Like, I just enjoy it. I'll be in Ohio on Thanksgiving. If my friends want to take me out, we can hang out. I got money.
She got a food bay.
No, my friends are just my friends. Like all my homeboys are all foodies, so it always works out. So.
Nice. All right, so I'm coming to UC Mello, and we're gonna go ahead and check in. What about you, bro? Like, do you think male friendships are simple? And you think it's taken right?
Yeah, for the most part, because I have to say male friendships based off respect.
It is. I definitely agree with that. Male friendships are 100% based off respect. You say what?
Yeah, I mean, what do you say?
She said something about our homeboys being foodies. Yes, but no, I definitely agree.
Okay, yeah.
I definitely agree.
But
go ahead.
Other than that, I mean, the dude said, hit the nail on the coffin, and so did Black V. Yeah, they hit the nail basically on the coffin, but that's how I feel. You know what I mean when it comes down to it.
Okay, B. What about you? You agree?
I agree. Definitely simple. I feel like men can read the room. Like that's why I feel like sometimes we can avoid certain issues because we as friends. I mean, females too. We know each other. We know how to how we react and how things can go bad or get or get better. So I agree. I think that it's simple. It's a communication at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree.
I have one thing to add. Having male friends is really, really awesome until they start fucking all your homegirls.
That's the whole point of being a male friend to a female.
Yeah, access to your friends.
Access to your friends. Yeah.
Every relationship is transactional. I told you this.
Yeah, like why would I want to be friend? Why would I want to be friends and protect and provide and do all the things for yo VJJ, but then I get access to your friends VJJ because I'm a nice guy.
Your job is to tell your friends I'm a nice guy. So
Thank you. So I can keep getting access.
I really feel like that too. And they're like, "Oh, Courtland, let's go out to eat. Bring your friend with you." Now he think me and her just to go back and fuck her. I'm like, I feel so used. I just wanted to go to wing night. That's it.
Well, you went to wing night, so yeah, you went to wing night. You was wing lady. You got the wings. All right, let's go. Lord of the wings.
If you got to bring your friend, tell him to bring his friend.
Hey, look, terrible.
That's how you handle that.
Nah. See, when you start inserting your other friends into that situation,
it messes
that's
it
when
up.
you fuck it all up. You gotta keep it.
It just got to be you, her, and her friend, and then you, her, and her other friend, and you, her, and her other friend. That way, once she get around to friend 8, you know what I'm saying? Like she like, dang.
I got you.
Mm-hmm. You right, because that's why me and Cam be beefing.
Yeah. All right. So, Ron, we coming to you. What about you, Ron? Do you think male friendships are simple or should be?
Yeah, like I can probably so Shooter. I just talked to Shooter today. Shooter ain't been on the show in what 7-10 episodes almost. We probably ain't talked since then, but me and him can pick up and just shoot the breeze. You know what I mean? Like it is no like, oh, like why ain't you been calling me or why ain't you reach out to me? Like it's just it is what it is.
Yeah, as simple as it should be.
And you just pick up right where you left off.
Yeah, I have friends like that as well. People I haven't talked to for a long time. Sometimes it'd be a year, and I pick up. We have a whole conversation to catch up, and everything be good. Like I wasn't there, but you're not holding that against me. You said shout out to who?
Shout out to Shooter.
Shout out to Shooter. Yeah. All right, Cam, we'll come to you. Do you think male friendship should be simple and easy?
Absolutely. I mean, as long as the respect's there. I mean, y'all all said it. Everybody said it best. I really ain't got nothing too much to add, but as long as the respect's there, as long as the communication's there, as long as ain't nobody on no bullshit, no fuck shit, shouldn't be no issues. So.
I agree, and I think that is the perfect way to wrap up that segment. As long as there ain't none of that
fuck shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And your homeboys are not doing dap stuff, we are all good. So okay. All right, so we have an additional video, I believe, right? That we're gonna run.
Yeah.
All right.
The plane.
Starting right now on the billboard. I can sit down. I don't need anything. I need you.
Are you need to be quiet?
But they're enjoying it. So while we're sitting here, could I please?
I'm not enjoying it. So I'm asking you, can you be quiet?
Okay.
If you're not able
She's
to
singing
follow
on the
my
plane.
instruction, you will not be taking this flight.
Okay.
Are you
that's
able
what I
to be
was asking.
quiet?
If that's the case, then that's fine.
Grammy-nominated gospel vocalist Bobby Storm was escorted from the plane after.
Was that it?
Yeah, it looks like that's it.
All right. So, gospel vocalist on the plane singing freely as she felt, got escorted off the plane because she was doing her thing. Now, I have to agree that I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't Megadeth. If you were singing Megadeth, then I probably wouldn't have any problem with the music play. I'm just playing. No, I definitely think that being rude in performing or singing aloud in a enclosed space is not being considerate of the rest of the folks on the plane. But I want to get everybody else's take on that. I'm gonna come to you first, CL. Would you let her do her thing on that plane?
No, bitch, shut the fuck up. When I be on the plane, typically I'm drunk. Bitch, you blowing my whole $13, $20 drink that's bought at the airport. I'm trying to go to fucking sleep. Shut up, bitch.
That's
Respectfully.
Respectfully, I love the tagline at the end. We definitely want to make sure that we tell her to shut up respectfully. And you're right though. Like, we need the silence because we have consumed inebriating substances, and we're about to go and take a snake on this plane. So I'm gonna go to C Mello.
If I'm about to die, the last thing I want to hear is a bitch voice. Just shut up, bitch. Shut up.
That may not. Well, I mean, you know, if she's praying for us, then that's different. But and we're going down. Yes, please sing loud, sing proud. Amen.
At that point, God gave up on us, and we still falling out the motherfucking sky.
Hey, I still keep singing. Just keep singing. I'm gonna pray while you singing. We gonna make some miracle happen. Songbird and me gonna be the only ones alive because we sang. C Mello, what about you? Do you think she was grossly inappropriate?
So my question is she gonna take requests?
Okay, that's a good question. If she was taking requests, would you be happier?
Yeah, as long as she don't say. Well, listen, long as she ain't singing Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas," then we cool.
So, what would you ask her to sing?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Probably a song called "Shut Up."
Oh, shut up. Okay, all right. That's a song by Cameo. We're gonna move on. Brandon, would you recommend a Prince song?
That's by Trick Daddy.
By Trick Daddy.
Oh,
yeah. That's right. That is.
No, I'm gonna recommend some Prince.
Yeah. I knew you would.
No, I don't have any problem with her singing though. That stuff is kind of I'm unbothered. So I just think it was pretty rude how he came up on her though. Like, I mean, yeah, I get it. People, you know, are going to not appreciate the singing because yes, we do want it quiet, but I feel like Buddy could have at least been more, you know, respectful, professional.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But some people get offended by gospel music too, because you can't push your beliefs off on other people, and some people just don't want to hear it. I don't know if that's what she was. She was singing church hymns or slave hymns. Some people just don't be in the mood for that.
Yeah,
but
that's
she
true.
Also said you know, everybody, people were enjoying it. So if people are enjoying it, like, it's like, yeah, bro, be more professional with that, because that doesn't make any sense. How he just came out and just, you know, he tried to assert his dominance over her right away. Like, come on, man.
He said,
he's probably drunk.
I mean, you know, it is his job to keep everybody safe, and they have to comply with his directions, as he is given authority by the TSA to get you removed from a plane. So if he's like, hey, look, I'm gonna need you to calm your gospel singing self down so we can get this plane off the ground, and she didn't or something, he's like, all right, man, you gotta get off because you disrupted takeoff.
If you're the one singing and he came at you like that, how would you feel?
I don't sing, man. So that ain't gonna work.
I'm just saying it does work.
I'm a rule follower, so I mean, I wouldn't have did it anyway. So I'm just saying, I would not put myself in a position to have to be escorted. If I was singing and he came and said something to me, I would have been like, oh, okay, well, cool. You know, I apologize.
No, like he came at her. Would you have
His
been?
energy. I'm gonna answer him.
Yeah,
I got you, Brandon. His energy and his approach would have made anybody offended, because if she didn't really think she was offending anybody and he would have came at her with a softer undertone, she would have been more understanding.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that, but I don't think that we got to see the opening of the video. We just got to see when it kind of escalated. You know what I'm saying? Because
that sounds like the first time he asked her though. You have to be kind, and I think that's what we're getting away from. Be kind to people if you want kind results.
Right.
This video is actually like in the midst of us. Like, I guess she attempted to give this little airplane concert a couple times, and he kept telling her, "Ma'am, like, hey, you gotta chill out," and she just kept going at it. So, like, yeah, I guess he got frustrated.
Okay, that's different.
Like,
Now, if that's the case, I
yeah,
understand. But if that was
we're looking at it as like, you know, it's the first time, but yeah, like, no, that's just when they caught it. Like, they came over and told her, like, "Ma'am, you gotta chill. Like, you can't do this," and she just, you know, I'm an entitled Emmy nominated songstress. I'm a sing my Holy Ghost out.
Well,
And my man just told her, like, "Hey, chill out. Like, hey, you about to get up off the plane if you do it again."
her gospel single ass was coming off like she was high, trying to get higher to the Lord. She was high off
All right, Cam, I'll get your take. She wrong or right, man? I mean,
if they asked her to stop singing, she should have just stopped singing. I would have been unbothered by it, but I wear headphones everywhere I go, so it wouldn't have bothered me. But I mean, he was doing his job. They asked her multiple times, according to Rome, and things like that. So they asked her multiple times, and just stop singing, chill out, and sing in your head or whatever. Like, you ain't gonna be all out loud with it. So.
Yeah, that was nuts. Black V, what about you? If she was serenading you on that flight, man, would you be happy? You be cool? You sitting there content?
Nah, I'm gonna be embarrassed because by her, especially I might even move seats. But she was wrong. Given the context that Roland gave to it, it made her even more wrong. And just because you think you're doing something right or spiritually you feel right, don't mean that it's always right. So, you know, like CL said, shut the fuck up. But if I got to put a request in, I'm asking to sing "I'm Going Down." I felt like being on the plane is the most appropriate time to sing that song.
Terrible. Terrible.
So apparently one of the time she
That
told
is
the
terrible.
flight attendant, "I'm charting right now on billboards."
Well, I mean, she probably is, and there's no problem with that. But dang, come on, man. The "I'm Going Down" that was dark, but I get you. So, all right. So, I mean, me myself, I wear headphones. So she would have been singing, and I wouldn't have noticed nothing. I wouldn't even have noticed the whole interaction, her being escorted. Somebody would have been like, "Such and such happened on such and such flight." I was like, "I was on that flight." like, that's how I would have found out. I'd be like, "I was on that flight. That happened." Oh no, man! Like, there be times when I travel, I put my headphones on, I put my hoodie on. I am sitting there like in my own little zone. Like, let me just get where I'm going. I think I'm going to New York here soon, and I'm gonna be doing the same thing. Like, I'm just gonna get on the plane, get off the plane, do my thing, get on the plane, off the plane. Like, I don't need the interaction. I don't need the entertainment. No, just terminal to terminal, city to city. Leave me alone. Let me listen to my headphones. Okay. All right. So, Cam or Rum, did we have something else?
No, that's all I got.
All right. So I wanted to thank everybody for tuning in and all of the wonderful fun that we have here on the podcast about nothing. Special shout out to our guests CL and Black V. Black V and CL, we want to give you guys some time to, run down where people can follow and find you at.
You can find me online at on YouTube at Truth Entertainment Films. You can find me, of course, by my name, Jamar Harris, on Facebook. You can find me J Harris 330 on IG and AAA products on X and whatever the hell else the threads. Thank you again. Also, please, if y'all can, anytime your brothers want to be a guest, more than welcome to come on to AAA Sports on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Man, we on there, and we just kind of break it down like I don't want to say a hood sports show, but try to break it down like a more urban sports show. We go through the topics, the scores, and different things like that. But check us out, AAA Sports Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all those platforms I just throughout there. And real quick, I want to make sure that we are looking for support, and I will be starting to pay different platforms at Pod to advertise or pay them for advertising or playing a commercial. We are doing a docudrama on the Haitian coup, the true story of Madame Trujillo and Major General Solomon, a Haitian coup that took place. Our company, Truth Entertainment and Films, is doing the docudrama with those two people. She was the first female president and the only female first female president of Haiti. And she survived when they tried to do a takeover the first time, and she helped bring democratic elections to Haiti. So we're doing that, her life story, and the general that went and saved her life when the coup, the major that saved her life when the coup did happen. And so definitely, again, the Madam and the General, the Madam and the Major, Madam and the Major will be coming out. We start filming next year. We've been doing advertisements and fundraising over in France and a lot of different places, man, and it's just going good and it's growing, and it will continue to grow. When we start doing filming, we film in New York, we film in California, we film in Florida and Puerto Rico, a couple of different places too. So we're just growing and trying to spread the word. So I'll probably be reaching out to y'all and trying to pay y'all to play the ad during y'all pod and stuff. So I appreciate your support. Thank y'all for the platform to put that out there.
Oh, we appreciate you being here. All right, guys. Any final thoughts?
CL with her flip phone. She got a flip phone. She took a phone call on her flip phone.
Yeah, we know. I mean, shout out to CL and Pussy Talks. Her show comes on Thursdays. Tune in.
Check out Fridays. It's the Hard Knock Life podcast by Annie. Annie also does the Hard Knock Life podcast. So shout out to Annie.
Shout out to Annie. All right, Annie, are you okay? Any final thoughts, gents? No. Okay.
No final thoughts today.
Thank y'all.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been the podcast about nothing. One of the many shows that has been on the podcast about nothing network. We always appreciate all of our fans for tuning in and supporting us as well. This platform has been fun to work on. With that, Rome, I'll pass it to you.
Thank you all. Good night.
God bless.
Peace.
Peace. Thank y'all.
Peace.